same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going down? This is your boy Q. There's your boy Hendrix over there to what is it? Y'all's left, right, left, right, left. Y'all know what it is. What's up, bro? You doing good?
Yeah, man, I'm all right. Just chilling, man. Just chilling.
Happy 420. Happy
Yeah.
420 to all to
Happy,
everybody.
happy 420 indeed. Yes. Yes.
Happy 420. Listen, now, bro, we jumped on so we could do this little class reunion thing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the banner up there real quick for everybody to know that it's class reunion time. That's what we're doing right now. Listen, if they don't come on, me and you can reminisce because I got a couple questions. I mean, you can answer some questions by ourselves. And listen, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna make sure that everybody is seeing this broadcast because you know what time it is. But you know, our class we always late.
Yeah, we never showed up on time. That
Never
wasn't
showed
what
up
we
on
do.
time.
So if y'all had, back in the day, if a party started at 8, we show up about 10:30.
That's right. That's right.
We
We
was
we
never
show
the
up by
class.
10:30.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason we was all at graduation on time was because they made us ride the school bus.
Right. Right. Because I sure didn't want to ride the school bus to graduation, but we had to.
Yeah, but it's all good, man. It's all good. But I will say this though. One of the things I do remember about the K that I'm sorry, Q. I know you went from Brown to Kimball, and a lot of people did. I didn't have that experience. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. When I walked up in the K as a sophomore, dude, like my whole world changed. Talk about a culture shock. Hey, Alicia, sweetie, how you doing?
Hey, sis.
Yeah. It was a culture shock because I came from a predominantly white school to a damn near 85, 90% black school. And what I tell you, bruh, the first day I got a contact high walking in the hall on the first day of school. That I
Yes.
was just like I was messed up. And then what made it worse was, me, I had football practice after school. So I'm walking around school high all day long. And I couldn't escape it. Could not escape it. But yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you. Now,
that-
see, what a lot of people don't know. Of course, I did go to Brown. Did go to T.W. Brown. And thanks to everybody that's watching. Thank you so much. I am sharing this broadcast with everybody I know and love, all this good stuff. You know, if you're in the Justin F. Kimball High School class of '97, I sent that link to you guys. Some of y'all sent individually. Click that link and come on in. But I went to T.W. Brown. After I left T.W. Brown, of course, I went to Law Magnet first. For the
mm,
first semester of my freshman year, I went to Law Magnet. And that was like, I ain't gonna lie, that was the funnest. I mean, we was all downtown when the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. I think at that time they had the Dallas Cowboy Parade. So we was all downtown, knowing darn well we not supposed to be down there. Shout out to my homie Doughboy. We was walking around telling the girls, lick my balls while we were hitting our crotch. Shout out to Doughboy. Shout out to Rev. We had a dude that we called Rev. We called him Rev because he was always trying to pray for us while we was out doing stuff. So I don't understand. But Kimball High School came for me second semester freshman year. I went into band, of course, because that's what I did, and got there and culture shock.
yeah, yeah,
Especially in band, man. Especially in the band. Hey, Arbor, not Barbara.
yeah. Auburn, not Barbara. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Like the football thing was cool. Like I adapted to football because that football my thing. So I jumped right in with the drills and everything. It wasn't that big of a deal. But man, when I tell you, walking into the K the first day, because you know back in my time, back in our day, like the first couple of weeks of school, like for a football player, when I was over at the white school, the first couple of weeks of school, you never came to school fly because you had football practice. And then first couple of weeks, you got 2 days leading up, and then like the first 2 weeks of football practice during school are like grueling. So I wasn't finna come dressed all fly and then have to get undressed and then put that stuff back on when I'm done for the day. Right? I wasn't doing that. So I would come in like, t-shirt, wind pants, flip flops, tennis shoes. I was just chilling. I came up in the Kimball first day of school. I had on a t-shirt, some wind pants, some tennis shoes. I walked up in that one. I'm like, damn, it's like a fashion show up in this piece.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. Like Dooney and Burt, Louis Vuitton, Coach, Nike. I'm just like, I thought this was the hood. I'm trying to be low key and shit, because I'm the new dude. And I'm just like, man, what the hell have I walked into? And I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, like some of the some of the shit we experienced in that school, I don't know about you, Q, but I was taken aback. I mean, because you had teachers smoking weed, you had
Yep.
teachers having sex with students, male and female, male and female. You had teachers smoking out with the students, right? Then the principal get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? This is I saw my first gang brawl. Like I had never seen a gang fight up close. But it was like I think maybe like 2-3 weeks into school, and the Crips and the Bloods got into it during lunch, and they just had a brawl in the courtyard. Then it spilled into the little, that little hallway between the in the lunchroom that kind of cut the courtyard in half, right?
Yep.
That little area, because it started in the back of the courtyard where you kind of go down to the gyms and stuff where the candy house was outside the lunchroom. Then it moved inside. Then it moved to the other side of the. I'm like, yo, and no police were called. That was the crazy part. No police. They just was brawling and doing their thing, and then it was just like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna keep me a shank. I would keep me a shank, and even though we had to go through the metal detectors every day, I still had a shank.
Y'all excuse me. Y'all know I don't usually smoke in my house, but today it's 420. Happy 420. So Arbor, why am I covering my face? I'm covering my face because I was an angel in high school. I nobody thought to even think that I did some of the things that I did until our senior year. Like, I was like, you do that? Since when? I'm like, man, y'all late, bro. Y'all real late. Okay, so Reggie, so real quick, in honor of our wonderful tradition of being, at the K. I'm not gonna tell you. That is privileged information. You must be an attendee of Justin F. Kimball High School in order to know this information. This broadcast, we will do our best not to name too many names.
Yeah,
Well,
we ain't gonna name no names. We not snitches.
that ain't no
Snitches get
day.
stitches. Your
Hmm.
only person you snitch on is yourself. That's it.
That's
That's it.
right.
Snitches get stitches. That's how we roll.
That's
Cause,
right.
cause Q, I'm gonna tell you something. So a few people, because you had, because I was in all honors classes, right? Honors
Yes,
and
Reggie.
pre-AP
Don't
AP
remind
classes.
me.
Right.
Yes,
I
you
was
in
all in
all honors
those classes.
classes.
Yeah. So most of the people that knew me, like outside of the classroom, like in a couple of people that went to like science fair projects, they did the science fair and stuff like that. Outside of that, most people thought he just the jock, because they never saw me in any classes, right? But I was always, they was like, he always on the field, but this dude we don't see him in no classes, because I didn't have classes with everybody else. I didn't. I had the advanced class. Like, I was at Kimball taking, like, how many students do you remember taking physics at Kimball?
Damn sure wasn't me. Hell, I was struggling shit with earth science in the 8th grade.
You know what I'm saying? So I had classes like that, and I remember one thing that really turned a lot of people eyebrows, where they eyebrows kind of sparked up, was our senior year at the award ceremony. Remember that? Because they kept calling my name. Everybody looked like, what? What?
I was just trying to get on the class participation list. Reggie collecting all the damn awards. I think the only award that they did call me up for was the day I made drum major. That was that was it. That was it. Okay, Reggie. So let's play a little trivia. Since I don't know, and now y'all watching, I see y'all watching us. I see y'all watching. Why y'all scared to come on?
Yeah.
Don't be acting like that. We ain't gonna do nothing that bad. Dang, man. Come on in here. Y'all come on.
Bell,
Thank y'all so much for watching. But Reggie, okay, so what's up,
Denithia.
Trina
Hold on, I'm
Taylor?
calling a couple of them out. Bell, Denithia. Y'all on here, come on. Y'all got the link.
Yeah, get
Y'all
on
know
here. What y'all waiting on? Now Trina, I think Trina came out in '96. You know, what's up, Trina? Thank you so much for watching.
I remember Trina.
She came out in '96, I think.
Yeah, I remember Trina.
Well, Erica Ellis, where you at? I sent you. I know you got the link. Gabriel, I know you got the link. Where y'all at? Sakara. You know what? Let me talk about Sakara real quick. Sakara, I love you so much, but you're the only person that I know that married somebody with the same last name, so you don't have to change yours. Brilliant. 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 Okay, so Reggie, real quick. So take a guess. What do you think while we were in high school? What was the number one song on the Billboard charts? The number one R&B song on the Billboard charts our senior year. Take a guess at it.
I'm gonna say it's either Jodeci Fiendin' or what's them dudes' names? I can't remember their names, but it was Color Me Bad, I think. It was something by either one of them. I'm gonna say Jodeci Fiendin'.
Bill said send the link again. Can you send it to him?
Yeah, I got you, Bill.
Okay, so the number one song on the Billboard charts while we were in high school, Reggie, believe it or not, which I still can't believe, was I'll Be Missing You by Puff Daddy and Faith Evans.
Really?
Every breath I take.
But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you though. I wasn't really in the R&B music, right? When we was in high school, I wasn't in the R&B at all, you know, because I was listening to, music from New Orleans. I was listening to UGK, Scarface. I was listening to the Hot Boys. I was listening to Mystical. I wasn't really in the R&B at all. You know, I had a couple. Now, don't get me wrong. I had a couple like bangers, like Maxwell. What was it called? Urban Hang Suite. Yeah, and then the other one that I had in rotation was Link.
Was Link? Well, yeah, he was back. He was out back then. But check this out. Number one was "I'll Be Missing You." I mean, yeah, "I'll Be Missing You." Number two was "Together Again" by Janet Jackson. I do remember that because when Velvet Rose CD came out, I think I skipped school to go get that CD, and I think like 10 of us skipped school to go get that CD because it was Janet Jackson. You know, I think she sold out like the same day, and how I remember is that I had to go to Soundwave. Was it Soundwave or Soundhouse? Well, which Sound Warehouse to
Sound
go
Warehouse.
Sound
Yeah.
Warehouse to get my CDs, and Janet Jackson had dropped the Velvet Rope, and I wait a minute, is my eyes deceiving me? You know what? Yeah, you come on in here, get your stuff together, get it together, cause you know what, this is gonna be fun. Come on in. And so that is crazy. So I remember that, Reggie. I also remember now this Men in Black was number 4. Can't Nobody Hold Me Down by Puff Daddy and Maze was number 5. Hypnotized was number 6. I thought Hypnotized would have been number 1 by Biggie. I thought Hypnotized would have been on the number 1 list. Okay, let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Hold
You
on.
know what? I ain't listening to none of that. I'll be honest with you.
Miss Martin, are you there? Let me see. Miss Martin, you there? Okay, so yeah.
Why are you calling me out, Quincy?
Y'all, you know what?
Where the video at? I
Wait,
can't see.
I can't get on camera. I ain't got no makeup on. Nothing.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Nah.
Miss Tiffany Martin is online with us.
You know what? It ain't no good. We can't see your face.
First of all, I know there are other people on this here live. Why you decided to put me in the as the featured whatever this is?
Tiffany, Tiffany, let's do it like this, Tiffany. Let me hide this. Well, we don't see your face, but we hear your voice. That's a good thing. But see, Tiffany, you are perfect because we were drum majors together. So we have to talk about the old days a little bit.
Oh, do we though?
Just a little bit. I know. So Reggie, another song that tripped me out that was on the Billboard chart. Now, Tiffany, now you probably would know this better than me, but I did not know that Destiny's Child, No, 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 was in the top 10. Destiny's Child, was we listening to it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Females were.
Mm-hmm.
Females were.
Saying no, 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 no. Mm-hmm. That song was in my playlist, matter of fact.
They had several versions of that song.
No. You never ever caught me listening to R&B.
Oh, sorry, Reggie. Sorry.
Oh no, you good, sweetie. You good. You never ever caught me listening to R&B music rolling unless I was with my old lady. That's the only time you caught me listening to R&B, and she had to say something to get me to change it.
Wow.
You know what, Reggie? In band, we listened to a lot of old school music. We was listening to Tiffany, the Isley Brothers. We was listening to the Temptations. We had, of course, our little music library at the time, and all of it was still just with old school music. And Mr. Holmes, loved to keep that music for us to play. And he kept that music in there, I don't know how long. But
Yeah.
Tiffany, if you can remember, what was one of your favorite jams back in the day, our senior year, when we was either on coming in or on our way out?
I don't have to think about that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. For me, every pep rally, scrub that ground. Every pep rally.
Oh my God.
Scrub that ground.
It was called Scrub the Ground, Q.
Yeah, scrub the ground.
Splat pack. Scrub the ground. Round and round we go.
Yeah.
Round and round we go.
I cannot.
Hey, here go one, Q. This is one that probably everybody ain't gonna remember, but it was my favorite song, and I know it came out well before our senior year. I know, but I was still banging. It was Mr. Big, because when y'all used to play Mr. Big at the pep rallies, and then you had you and Tiffany come around that corner, high stepping, and then you had Tick with that bass drum coming around that corner. Like you had this little bitty dude, Tick like 5'3", 5'4", right? He got this big ass bass drum, just as big as he had, just as big as he
was cold though.
What?
He was cold.
Oh yeah, he was cold with it because he came down and he was beating that bass drum and he was sidestepping down the aisle. Oh, when I tell you that shit, every time I saw y'all come around that corner and start stepping down the aisle, yeah, I was crunk. It was on and popping every time.
Right. Pep rallies was really really fun,
Mhm.
and marching on the field was really fun, except when it was cold outside.
Yeah.
But one thing that I could definitely say that for me, one of the best things in our senior year, what was the time that I think this is a band thing, so we was marching Tiffany, Don't You Laugh. Where did we go? Was it John Tyler, Tiffany? And we was marching or getting ready to march, and you remember that long hill? So we get ready to march, Reggie. Y'all was already on the field getting ready. We get ready to march, and half the damn band just went tumbling down that hill. That was so funny. I mean, all you seen was horns, blue and white, just rolling.
I, I don't remember that. I was on the field, so I don't remember that.
I mean, half the damn band. It was just like everybody just missed their whole step.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just rolling. Oh, Arbor went to John Tyler. She went. I don't understand. Why would you go to a school like that? They all the people down there, they eat hay and they pull haymakers. When they play football and they basketball team, they got heads of like giants. Them people ain't human out there. Something's wrong with them. They scare me. Yeah. Okay, y'all. I got some questions. Reggie. Now I don't know if you're gonna know some of the answers to these. Well, you might because Reggie, you was real smart. Who were our class officers?
Mm-hmm.
Our class officers: president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. Do you remember who they were?
I know. I don't know which positions they held, but I remember. What's little bit name? Damn, what's that girl's name? She was a little bit.
Shonda Wafer.
Yeah, Wafer, because she was pregnant. She was pregnant, so I remember that. And then I think Marlon Ingram held a position.
Was he treasurer?
I think so. I think he was treasurer. But beyond that, honestly, I I want to say Precious was the president. McKinney.
Precious McKinney. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
woo, over my head. Okay, well,
But
next question, cause
no,
I don't
give me
remember.
the answer. Give me the answer. Give us the answers, Q. I
I
mean, was
don't
it
know.
Tiffany? Tiffany, you can go on the
I don't
time
remember
in.
it all. I didn't even remember everything you said. I knew Marlon held an office,
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember what it was for.
And speaking about the Shonda, okay, so let me tell you how I found out she was pregnant. So we was at the baccalaureate,
Y'all
right?
just airing her little laundry. Did
What?
everybody know she was pregnant?
She was
By
showing.
then, yeah.
Oh, she was showing. Oh, okay, I don't remember that.
I didn't remember. I didn't
I
know.
was up on stage with her, so I saw it was showing up under her robe.
And her last name is close to mine in the W. And so we was coming around or whatever we was doing. We had to line up, and we would have to walk out. So I was already outside. And Tashonda came on outside. I said, "Hey, you, what's going on? Where you been?" She's like, "Oh, I'm doing good." And I looked and I said, "Tashonda." She was like, "Shut up, Quincy. Shut up. You talk too much." Last time I seen her outside of graduation, that was the last time I seen her.
Wow.
That was the last time I seen her. Okay, y'all. Another question. So, which organization got away with the most murder?
The football team.
I was gonna say the Hoop Dogs.
Oh well.
You don't think
No,
so,
I
Reggie?
say football. I say the football team.
Well, here's the thing too, Q. You gotta remember that like half the basketball team play football too.
True.
Oh yeah.
So
Some
if you
people
look at it
said.
that way, yeah,
Some people
hands
said that
down
the
the football
band
team.
got away with murder.
Nah, bruh.
Mm-mm.
Nah, bruh.
It was a
I'm
particular
sorry.
teacher that did not care for band students because she felt like they got away with murder.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all didn't have to deal with Mr. Young like we did. Like he hated football players. He hated football players. And I'm a prime example. The reason I was salutatorian and not valedictorian was because that man hated football players with
Wow.
a passion.
I thought nobody hate band people more than Coach Butler though. Coach
Okay,
Butler,
for real.
Coach Butler, you come around that corner, yeah, look at your marching ass. Get your ass in this classroom. You like, and let me see. Oh my God, it was so many of us in that class. I know it was me, Sakara, Gabriel. It was a lot of us in there. Major Rich, Band, a lot of us was in there. And as soon as we come in there, Coach Butler just go off. Yeah, if you don't pass this quiz, you
Hmm.
ain't gonna be marching nowhere on that field. Yeah, yeah. What was it? 50 cents? Shit, because he'll give you grades in dollars. So when you get $100 bill, you get a 50 cents. Shit.
Wait, Q,
Hey,
do
Coach
you
Butler,
wait?
man.
No, you wasn't in that class. I remember we had a English teacher our senior year that had a nervous breakdown.
You talking about you? Are you talking about Miss
N-
the Caucasian teacher with the curly hair,
It was a guy.
Mr.
No, it
Lemon?
was
Oh, it
her.
was a lady. It was the lady that taught French.
Yes.
Her son was in the band for a while. He was tall and stocky. I
What's
don't
her
know what's his
name? Miss
name. He was
Hutchinson.
older than us, but she was
Miss
like
Hutchinson.
short. Miss Hutchinson, yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yep.
yeah.
Jason Hutchinson was in
Jason.
band with us.
That's right.
And
Jason.
then what
Yeah.
was she had a daughter up there too?
Yeah. I can't remember her name. Aisha?
Alicia or
Yeah, it
Aisha,
started with
something
an
like that.
A. Yeah, it started with an A.
Yeah. But we
Wow.
made no, that wasn't the teacher I was talking about though. I was talking about the white lady that taught English.
You talking
I'm
about
a,
the one that Toby ran off?
Miss Bostic? Not
no,
Miss Bostic?
I can't remember that
She
lady's
was a
name,
short
but she
You
had
lady.
a
you talking about that lady Toby ran off because he called her a smart dumb boop,
yeah,
and she started crying. I saw that one lady running down the hall, and
yeah.
and she didn't want
Oh,
to do it.
shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Kiko Bell is on.
What's
Oh,
going
Bell,
on,
what's
y'all?
up, Bell?
All
What's
is
going
well.
on, Doctor Bell?
No, no, Dr. Bell, man.
can I step down from the podium now that the real speaker's here?
What's good with you guys?
I mean, you know, low
Man,
key like a midget locksmith, man.
sitting up here acting. I'm being good actually on 420.
I'm not.
I mean, well, when we hang up, it's gonna be a different story. Okay, so Kiko, we just asked a question. Welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. It had to take a reunion for you to come on, and we've been doing it 5 years.
Hey, don't put me on blast like that, man.
Kiko, which organization had the most leniency? Reggie said the football team. Denithia said the basketball team. Some people said band did. Which organization had the most leniency? You think?
Definitely was not the football team. Coach Jones wasn't having that. Um, I would say, dang, that's a good question. I'll just go with the track team.
Track team. Did they get away with murder?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
I think I can see that.
well, see, hold on, Bill. I follow your thought process, right? Because I follow you. During football season, you're right. Coach Jones he was on our ass. But outside of football season, we raised a lot of hell on the football team.
That can go along with the basketball team. That can go along with the track team. That can go along with the soccer team, girls soccer, girls bat. Outside of Kimball High School, yes, 100%. Uh, definitely got away with a lot of stuff. I'm just saying, for as what they knew what we were doing.
Okay. What they knew.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I follow you. You know, on what they knew we were doing. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
I follow you. I follow you.
Mm,
The stuff they didn't know about though.
That's across the board. I think that's everybody.
Oh goodness. So
okay.
just so y'all know, so Bill, I'm gonna give a little backstory. So
Uh
I
oh.
met Bill playing ball, right? So I didn't know, you know, like I said, I came to Kimball my sophomore year. I didn't know anybody except for Tank. Tank was the only person outside of my family that I knew at Kimball, right? So I knew Tank from back in the gap because him and my mom his mom and my mom worked in the same building.
Uh-huh.
Long story. But anyway, so I come up in the K, and then Bell, the first day of football practice. This 10-5-8. What you gonna do? He wasn't talking to me. And that's the thing, that was the crazy part about it. Because it was like he was talking to himself, getting pumped up. This 10-5-8. What you gonna do? Like, what's wrong with this dude? But he had this is where I respected it, because when he stepped on the field, he had this focus about it, right? And it's just like, and he wasn't loud, he wasn't boisterous. He just was like kind of pumping himself up. And it was just like, this dude really, I like this dude. That was like, I was like, because at first I was like, what's wrong with him? But then I started listening. It was like, okay, he's just pumping himself up. I was like, okay, this dude right here, yeah, he cool beans.
Yeah, I definitely understand what you mean. I was definitely called one of the weird ones because I just wasn't quite right. I didn't speak a lot, but I'll piggyback on the things that I remember about you. I remember the first day that my encounter with you. Not necessarily the first day. I just remember what took me by surprise. I was like, okay, this dude is coming from we call it out of state. Like somebody, if you didn't really truly, I wouldn't say truly grew up, but you did grow up in Oak Cliff, but you did, because what high school did you go to? Lakeview Centenary. That's what it was. And I think we was running the 40s or something like that, or Coach Jones had us doing something. And for someone to be on the defensive line to go sub 4.5, it's like, who in the hell is this? Right? You don't think a D lineman should ever run a 4.5 anything. So that was one of my first takes to Reg when it comes to Kimball High School. I was like, dude, this dude is the top 5% when it comes to fastest runners on our team, and he is not even on the track team. That's how I looked at it. But I've always said, Reg, even you, Q, y'all were some cool dudes back in high school. Again, I was one of those dudes to where I stayed to myself, although, LT crew and all that type of stuff. But as far as doing my own thing, I did my own thing on the back end of it. But yeah, that was my take of meeting Reg. I was like, who the hell is this dude running a 4.5 on the defensive line? What?
Nicole, let me tell you, my first time like encountering Reggie was when it was one time he had come in the lunchroom, and Reggie always had the fresh fade and the jewelry on, and I think he had this rope necklace. I think it's a rope. I don't know what the medallion was on the necklace, but I looked at it and I was like, I said, yeah, he better put that up for somebody to get him for that.
For sure. He didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't know
that up, bro.
He didn't know.
Well, no. See, what y'all didn't realize was that there was a reason that I was cool with Angelo now, right? There was a reason, because him and my cousin were real cool. And when I came to the cave, he told Angelo now, he was like, hey, this is my little cousin. Watch out for him. Make sure y'all take care of him. Don't let him get in the nonsense. Because I remember the first day of school, this dude walked up on me and he was trying to talk this noise. I remember Angelo and Chris ran up and was like, no. Leave him alone. You don't want none of that. Yeah. Trust me. Leave him alone. I was just like, I don't even know these dudes. And Angelo and Chris was like, hey, man, you need anything, holler at us. We got you. Like, y'all look scary as hell. Y'all look like some grown-ass men. And then you put that on top of Jerry Shaw and Pat, like, and then Jay Jones. I'm like, these some grown-ass men. What the hell they doing here?
Oh, man, freshman year was scary. I didn't watch it. Those dudes grown-ass men. I was like, mama, I don't know where you sending me, but this, I don't know. That introduction to Kimball High School was very different freshman year, but like these some grown-ass men with beards.
Yeah.
Now, again, you had a year to adjust to it, Bell. You had a year to adjust. Think how I felt. you coming, you already in the hood, right? So you kind of familiar with the the socio status and how to get down, and you got a crew you run with. I'm coming in from a white school, coming to this all black school, and imagine the shock I had walking up into the K. I was like,
sure.
yo, I got to contact how my first day at Kimball. I was just walking the halls. I'm like, I feel different. What is going on?
Didn't that stuff remind you of the movie Lean on Me?
Yeah.
I remember the movie Lean on Me. That's what it felt like almost. He was fighting every day almost. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Every day. And I'm not gonna even tell y'all, a lot of people, didn't think that, they thought, a lot of us in band were like really weird because we did really march up, did our own drum for real. I guess maybe that was the creators, but we was down there brawling half the time. Especially, and we had a really, really strict thing about outsiders. Now, if we knew who you was, like if Kiko, if you walked in the band room, we was cool. You come and get you a soda, some chips, speak to people, that kind of deal. But see, if you was cocky, coming in the band room, we taking you to the back because ain't no telling what was going down. But I got a question for y'all real quick. If y'all know this, who was your teacher or the teacher or a teacher that if you brought them something to eat, they give you whatever you want? Passing grade, leave class early, whatever you want. I can tell you right off the bat who my favorite teacher is. All I gotta do is give her a little something, and that was Miss Perry.
For sure, Miss Perry. I would piggyback on what you just said, Miss Perry. Half of the time, I personally thought she came to work high. Truth of the matter is, I hate to say that. I hate to say it, but yeah, man, if you gave her a little something, buddy, you gonna pass that class, straight up. And what I mean by a little something, I ain't talking about a little something.
Right.
If you know what I'm talking about. Man.
I'll be in the back of the class trying to do some work after you done called my mama on me the day before. Then she'll say, go to the lunchroom and give me about 5 of them cookies. 5 cookies? You see how little you are, you need 5 cookies? That was weird to me. Miss Perry sitting at the dish, turn them cookies up. I said, yeah, you got the munchies.
You got the munchies.
You know what? See, and I had to play it cool because I don't know if y'all knew this, but technically she's my cousin. I called her my aunt. She was a librarian.
What was our librarian's name?
Miss Mullen.
Miss Mullen.
Oh my gosh, sure was.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That I could only cut up so much on campus. Now off campus was a different story, but on campus, nah. I had a built-in snitch. They didn't have to call my mama, my daddy, nothing. I'm gonna go talk to you, ain't it? Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Man, let me tell you who I couldn't stand, honestly. We talk about these tardy freezers real quick. Mr. Coleman, because, I was in, had his Latin, I was in his little alphabet or whatever. And Mr. Coleman called himself Sweet on My Mama. And so he'd be like, yeah, I'm making sure he going to class. I'm making sure he doing this, that, and other. My mom was like, oh, okay, thank you. So one day I get called in the tardy freeze. Why I get called in the tardy freeze? At the beginning of the day, because I think it was going on second period, and they always had an auditorium where it was cold. And you go in there, and he was like, well, yeah, well, what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you your one lick because your mama coming up here later on, and she bringing some stuff up here. I said, my mama not bringing nothing up here for you, man. My mama coming up here for me. And every time Mr. Coleman will see my mama, it's like he could be mean and then he just changed. My mom could be walking. Hey, Miss Stevens, how you doing? I'm like, ain't you married, man? Where's your wife at? What is going on? Me and Mr. Coleman had a love-hate relationship all the way until I was getting ready. We was coming out of school. I mean, it was just love-hate. I mean, I don't know what it was with Mr. Coleman, rest his soul. And I either had a crush on my mom or something, but he would always ring my mama phone. I did some sneaky stuff, man. I even changed my own phone number in the attendance office so they couldn't call my house. Mr. Coleman, some kind of way, always fixed it. I'm just like, man, how this happen, man? Dang. I mean, I used to do some crazy stuff, bro. I got hit to a whole lot, you
So,
know.
Bill, who was your favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher, man. That's a good one. Miss Perry used to always call my mama, although I already knew that we were going to pass. But I would have to say, um, I didn't. I did because I had a crush on this particular teacher, and I always pretend like I didn't know something. Why? Because she would help me on this. I don't know if y'all remember Miss. Her name was Miss Comfort, aka Miss Van. Y'all remember Miss Van? Ooh, golly, man. Ooh, I'm talking my first introduction to really, really hitting the bone. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would say it, man. Golly, I don't know where Miss Van is right now, but I tell you what, freshman year in high school, that was my favorite teacher all time. Aka Miss Van, aka
Now
Miss.
I used to just walk around the corner just to see Miss Van.
Man,
My class would be way around the corner, like, hey, Miss Van.
golly, hey, Miss Van.
Adrian, wait, but where you at? Where you at? Get on in here. Where
Oh,
you
man.
at?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with a teacher. Y'all probably don't even remember. You remember Miss Ross?
No, Miss Ross. What was she? Was an English teacher or something like that?
She was
Science.
science. You
Science.
Science
thought
Okay.
teacher.
chemistry.
Yeah, yeah.
That was your favorite teacher? I couldn't stand Miss Ross, and I hated it even worse when a twin came up there. I'm like, it's two of y'all.
No. Look. There was a way to tell them apart, and all you had to do was look at their legs. Miss Ross had hairy legs with pantyhose. Her sister shaved her legs. That's how I could tell them apart. It was easy. If they had on a dress, it was easy. It was easy because Miss Ross had them hairy legs and she was yellow and hairy legs and was wearing pantyhose. Never understood it, but I'm gonna tell you the reason she was my favorite teacher was because like she put me like she was like, oh no, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do this. And then when it was time, like our junior year, she was like, Reggie, you got the grades. Go ahead and start applying to school now. And like she kind of helped. Like I was always gonna go to college, but she kind of put me on a different track and kind of I feel like she prepared me a little bit more for school than a lot of the other teachers did. But then again, with me being a chemical engineer, you kind of understand how like that relationship like kind of helped me. But yeah, she was showing me stuff like I'm trying to figure out like how do I know how to make crack? And I'm in high school, I ain't ever do it, but I know how to do it. And it was just like, whoa, she actually showing me this. It was some cool stuff.
Yeah,
Miss Ross still has hair legs.
still has hairy leg.
Who was that? It was I cannot remember who was sitting next to me. I don't know if no, because Toby had AP chemistry. You and Toby, y'all had the advanced classes. I was just there. I had my name on the pink sheet. And I can't remember who it was, but they told Miss Ross that her legs were like cactus thorns, and all their whole back room got put out the class. And I was like, I ain't even do nothing, man. My mama just left them up here. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But you're guilty. Be quiet. You're guilty.
Oh, but you know what's funny though? If I think teachers they have different personalities based on the class. The group of students in that class, and their personalities change based on that group of students in that classroom in front of them at the time. Because y'all, I've heard some stories about some teachers that I was just like, I can't believe they did that. Like they never liked that in front of me. Like, what was that white teacher that taught history? It was
Oh
a
yeah.
white female teacher that taught history. Everybody's like, dude, she wild. I'm just like, she always so sweet and just so innocent. And nah, man, she wild. Like she be doing. I was like, what in the world? No, I can't believe it. Again, we ain't gonna call no names, but oh, Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Mr. B was a trip. That dude was a trip.
Pouring water on people while you sleep in class, that's just disrespectful, bro. That's
Hey,
just
that man, hey,
disrespectful.
That man had right. You gonna stay awake in my class, so it's all good. So here go a question. Here go a question.
What
Okay,
you got?
what was the most memorable event or situation that happened to you in high school?
Wow.
What stands out more than anything?
Now, is this the most memorable that everybody may know, or something that we probably
Whatever you
think
feel like
private?
sharing. Whatever you feel like sharing, because we ain't
Yeah.
gonna, we got people's mamas watching still. I know we in our 40s, but we got people's mamas that's
I think my mama watching.
yeah, yeah. So what you got? What you got, Bill?
No, I plead the fifth.
I ain't got my bell on that one, Kiko, but I would give you a bell on the bell if I had it.
Hold on, wait. There you go.
I plead the fifth. I gotta come back to me on that one, buddy. I had to think about some other stuff.
I'm gonna tell you.
I didn't take. Truth of the matter is, looking back at it, I blame me. I really do. 50% on the environment that we grew up in, and I'll just say 40% of the environment that we grew up, and I'll take the other 60% personally for me because I didn't apply myself like that.
Yeah.
I really did. So that's the reason why I talk that stuff right now to these kids, because I had to go through it in order to see it. So for me, my most memorable moment, I have one, but I plead the fifth on that. But I'll talk about some other stuff. Just making it out of the situation that we grew up in. Truth of the matter, because a lot of us were
That's the truth,
statistics.
man, for real.
A lot of us wasn't supposed to make it. A lot of us wasn't supposed to graduate. A lot of us was supposed to go to the penitentiary and be done with it. And for the vast majority of us, it's good to see that we did make it out, and we did do something good for ourselves, whether we're at this level or another level. For the vast majority of us, they can. That's why I say I try not to look at statistics. Just because you go to this particular school, you don't have this or whatever it may be. You can't make it. So my most memorable moment is achieving the things that most said I wouldn't achieve.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what's up,
and
man.
I've talked about that before, Bill, because I remember them telling us, we was going to the pen and we was gonna be dead and we wasn't gonna make it to 25 and all of this stuff, and it's just like, and I could sit back and say, I could see so many people doing so much good and doing well for themselves. It's like statistics don't mean everything, right? And you can't base a child's future on a statistic. You
Correct.
can't, because you put that drive in them. And honestly, I thank them for that conversation because I see the impact that it had, because so many of us were like, yeah, that's not going to be me. Yeah, that's not going to be me. We may not have said it verbally, but then the actions afterwards, after we graduated and, becoming adults, those actions speak for themselves. And it's like, yo, that had an impact. Yeah.
I have two memorable moments. Of course, the first moment was the day I made drum major. Like when I say the ladies came out the blue. I didn't have any shortage already, but it was overwhelming. Like I was finding notes in my locker. Mr. Holmes had like bags full of notes. Like these girls was coming up, like, here my pager number, call me, what's up, this and that. I'm like, but I'm just this skinny little old dude, but the moment you put that uniform on, y'all know how it is. The moment you put yourself on, you put on the football helmet, you put on the pads and the jersey, they look at you different when you coming down the hall in your jersey for the pep rally. They be like, oh, for real. So that was one memorable moment. And the other one, like, it's really, really important, was I remember back by the band room, they had metal detectors back there, and I was late for school one day. And I was trying to get to class. I didn't have to go in the band room that day, but I was trying to get to class, and one of the district police officers was back there. And so happened Coach Jester was coming and, from the parking lot. He was going to come in that same door. And the guy had pushed me up against the wall, was patting me down, and he said some of the same stuff. Man, I don't understand, why they even let y'all in school and you late. Y'all niggas ain't gonna be nothing. just come up in here any kind of way. Pull your pants up, son. My pants wasn't even pulled down because my mama didn't let me do that. I couldn't sag like that in high school. Now, a lot of people could, but my mama wasn't playing that. So I didn't come to school dressed crazy. And Coach Jester, shout out to Coach Jester, walked up and was like, man, get your hands off of him. Why are you doing that to him? He's a good kid. Leave him alone. And I appreciate Coach Jester for that because, there are several teachers I know we can name that actually really made a difference, by actually pouring into us whichever way. Like Miss Tucson. I never had her for a class, but Miss Tucson, man, got in my behind one time when she called me skipping class in her classroom and she was supposed to be out and I was in her class. She was like, drum major, you're not supposed to be in here. Come here, let me talk to you outside. And she gave me an earful and wasn't scared that I had attitude, I had a little growth spurt, not that much. She didn't care and made me go to class. And I appreciate Miss Tucson for that. Even Coach Butler, even though he didn't like any of us, Coach Butler taught me the definition for real of you gonna get exactly what you earn. You're gonna get exactly what you deserve. If I don't care if you miss my class and you pass everything, I'm still gonna flunk you. And gave me a 69. And I'm like, dude, I got to graduate. What is you doing? And but I learned. I learned from that. And so I guess you can say them a couple of moments. And at one time, I'm with Mr. Y'all remember when Mr. Young, his first year at Kimball, and he had an assembly, and everybody started throwing paper balls.
I remember that.
But Mr. Young, after a while, man, he was like down for you. Like I was like, damn, man, I ain't even talking about the dude, man. Mr. Young was so cool. He really was.
Nah, he didn't like me. He didn't like me at all.
He didn't like you? Well, he didn't like me at first.
Nah, he didn't like me at all. He didn't like me at all. Even right before graduation, he told me to my face, I can't stand your ass.
What? Mr. Young?
Yeah. He told me I can't stand your ass. He thought I was cocky and arrogant. I was like, you don't even know me, dude. Because I wasn't the one to like speak and, I wasn't real verbal. I kind of hung out with the same crew and I wasn't really like, go out and just hang out with a whole bunch of different people. I kind of stayed to myself. And this is where like me and Bill clicked because Bill was kind of like, I'm going to do what I want to do. But if you like it, cool, you can kick it. And if you don't, okay, cool, you ain't got to kick it. It ain't going to hurt me. It's like somebody else that gets it. But I'm going to tell you one thing that changed my world at the K. When I got introduced to the dungeon.
Trying to move on from that, Reg.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying because of who introduced me to the dungeon.
Sure.
And it was just like, yo, this is crazy. So this is what everybody's, oh, I get it now.
See, I didn't have an invite to the dungeon until I made drum major. Like it was a lot of stuff I couldn't get into and I didn't know about until literally, like, yeah, you do this, you do that. Yeah, we've been doing this. We've been doing that. Like, oh, for real? Just green, because certain things just wasn't privy.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I did a lot of growing up on Gibbs Williams. I tell you that.
Well, I try to tell my son, you got to pay back for everything that you did back in the day. You gonna have to pay for it. So if that's the choice that you make, you gonna have to pay for it at some point in life. Oh man, we were bad. We weren't bad. We were horrible. We were horrible, man. We were horrible. I apologize. I go on this second. I apologize to whoever. Man, I sincerely, I truly apologize because, man, like you said, man. Once you get that jersey on, that helmet on, that basketball is yours or whatever it is. It seems like that spotlight is on you, and you change. It's like how Clark Kent turns into Superman. You know how the Incredible Hulk turns into this, I can't explain it. It's just different, man. And I had to see for what it was when I got to college. It's like, dude, you have turned into a monster. And then we were monsters in high school. But again, you got to grow up from it.
Right. But here's the thing. This is where college. I figured out how much of monsters we were in high school when I went to college and people were doing stuff. It's like that ain't no fun to me. I've been there, done that. So
Yeah.
like, like,
Yeah. Then you know
Oh, so
I'm
so
saying
Daniti and Adrian want to know what the dungeon is. You don't know what the dungeon is. It's too late. We old now. It don't matter.
Yeah, too late.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
no,
too
no, I
late.
plead the fifth on that one again.
it.
But y'all, before we jump off real quick, let me see. We've been on about 56 minutes. I want you guys real quick just to let you know, part two of this is going to be next Wednesday at 7:30, same place. We're gonna do it again, and we want you guys to come on. Let's talk some more. Let's do some more stuff because I got a few more questions. Like I got some questions I need to ask. I'm not gonna ask them tonight, but I'm gonna throw it out there so y'all can be thinking about it. Like, can you tell me 3 places where you would dip to go ahead and get your freak on at the K? I ain't saying no names. We ain't talking about it right now. Back there, well, new building. That's all I'm gonna say. But we can't talk about that. I want to say that for somebody else. But real quick, before we get off, y'all, real quick again, y'all check this out again on next Wednesday, on next Tuesday as well. Stupid is real is gonna be in the house again. Miss Candy J is gonna come on. We're talking about how hard it is dating these streets. We're also gonna talk about how do you recognize your true soulmate. So we're gonna be talking about that. And then, of course, on Saturday morning, this coming Saturday, myself, Mo, and Reggie, we're going to be jumping on. And yes, the name of our show Saturday is Foolishness and Fuckery. What the hell is going on in America today? So we're gonna talk about what's going on in America. But I want you guys to leave us some encouraging words, and what the K maybe mean to you, that kind of deal. We're gonna jump off. And so, Kikoa, thanks so much for coming on, man. I appreciate you taking time out to schedule, man. We know you're busy. Good job, man. I just want to say I'm proud of you, man, down there in Houston, man. You doing your thing, bro. Good job, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, just looking at our class overall, some of the strides that we make and some of the things that we got going on, business owners and married with children and working hard. Shout out to Michael Trailer. Congratulations, man, South Oak Cliff. All this stuff, that we see going on. I want to say I'm proud of each and every person in our class, because I know that we're doing some good things. We're doing things that people said that we wouldn't do.
for sure.
We live in places that we wasn't even demned to live. People will always want to condemn you to keep them post. That's where they want to keep us. And so yeah, let's get some encouraging words. Kiko, I'll start with you. Reg, I'll go with you, and I'll close it out.
All right.
Well, before I leave, I thank you guys for sending the invite. Again, I like to be low key more so than anything, but if I can ever encourage anyone, I'm gonna encourage myself first and foremost. In life will throw you so many curveballs, and through those curveballs, we have detours in life. Whether we would like to go through them or not, it's just meant for us. I call it a crushing phase. We all have to go through a crushing phase. From that particular crushing phase, you have a choice. You have a choice to continue to push forward, or you have a choice to give up. I know us. When I say us, Kimball Knights, we ain't gonna give up. So to those that are listening, always look to God to help you along the way. And even if you feel like God is not listening, He's right there next to you, even closer than you think so. So God bless you. Continue to move forward in the right direction. And if you ever need anything, look up.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's good. Reggie, what you got?
Look here, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. One of the things that really has made a huge impact on me that I got from the K, and I thought it was so strange walking on the football. Well, it's at the end of football practice. Coach Jones used to always do this, and it was one of those things that most people didn't get, and you won't get until you go through it and you recite it to yourself. And Bear, you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Always give the best that I have. If I should get tired, sit down, rest a while, get up, fight some more, never give up. That, I didn't get it the first time, that we said it at the end of practice, I'm just like, well, okay. But when I started going through things, started maturing, and not just at Kimball, just in life in general, I could always revert back to that, and it brings so much out of you, and you really just have no idea. Some people can say it, and it may not mean anything, but when you actually listen to those words and you take them to heart, there's nothing you can't do.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate that, Reggie. Hey, everybody, listen, check us out on this coming Saturday morning. We will be in the house at 9:30. Then got the People's Roundtable coming. So I'm going to give you guys some more information about the People's Roundtable. It's going to be awesome. If I had to leave you with any encouraging words, one thing that I learned about the K that I still hold dear to my heart, even as we've been out 25 years, y'all, thank God, that's a blessing. 25 years is always have pride in yourself. One thing that we had was pride. Now the football team may have been mad at the band may have been mad at the basketball team, the Trues may not like the Majorettes, the Flag Corps didn't like the way that they was twirling that week. It didn't even matter. But when we all came together as one unit, the scarlet, red, and blue, shine through, and it taught me about pride. And it really honestly taught me about, stick-to-itiveness and faithfulness to the things that you really, really see. And I'll pass that on to y'all. Be faithful, stick to what you need to do, to overcome. And listen, our motto at the K is we always seek the best. You always got to seek the best for yourself in order for you to have the best, for you and for your future. And so that's all I got. I want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching on today. We'll be back on next Wednesday with part 2. We want you guys to come on in. It was simple. Thanks, Tiffany, for dropping by. Miss Montgomery, all you guys, Adrian, for commenting. We appreciate it. We'll see you in a little bit. Y'all have a good night.
Take care.
I found love, the real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese.